Heading into chapter 9. So this one is a really short one. Before I start though, today's sponsor is my own sci-fantasy book, The Song of Immeru Earth's Door. Look in the description if you'd like to learn more. But to get right down to it, this was just like a few pages. So I was able to breeze through this one very, very quickly. And it's also a pretty good chapter, pretty interesting chapter, because the actions really starting to ratchet up. So what's happening in this chapter is you're in Paul's point of view, and he's hanging out in his bedroom. His mom, Jessica, just popped in to check on him, and she left. He hears her walking away down the hall. He knows Dr. Yua is in the other room kind of hanging out, reading. But Paul is awake because he actually didn't pop the sleeping pill that, again, I don't know why Dr. Yua gave him this. But anyway, he got the sleeping pill. He didn't take it because after the dust settled with his mom leaving and everything, he wants to sneak out and explore the castle. As he's heading out towards the door, he hears a noise, and the headboard of his bed basically starts to open, and out pops this 5 centimeter long little bug robot thing called a hunter seeker. He recognizes it immediately from all his training as basically a prince or someone in the royal family. So the fact that he froze saved his life, because I guess this thing jumps at you really fast if it sees movement. And he's watching it crawl around, kind of looking for life. And what it does is it essentially burrows into you and completely implodes your nervous system. So, lights out for Paul if this thing gets him. So he's trying to figure out what to do, kind of wondering, who might have sent this, when lo and behold, poor shout-out Mapes, the Fremen woman, the servant to Jessica, enters the room. And of course, the nasty little bug thing, the hunter seeker, jumps at her, and it almost gets her when Paul reaches out, grabs it, pinches it. I think he throws it on the ground and it destroys it. He knocks it out. So shout out Mapes is pretty relieved that she didn't die, and she's like, but a little bummed out that apparently she owes Paul sort of a life debt thing, like a water debt. So he's like, yeah, it's cool, whatever. We'll figure that out later. And he's pondering who might have sent this. He's pretty certain it's someone who he's not familiar with, someone in the castle they haven't maybe vetted properly. But shout out Mapes hints that there's a traitor in the midst. So my personal bet, it's the guy who gave him the sleeping pill so that he'd fall asleep so this thing could jump out at him. That's Dr. Yua. Anyway, we'll see if that's the case. Thanks for watching. If you want to keep following along in this read along, again, this is the first time I've read Dune. I did watch the movies. I've forgotten a lot of the first movie, so I don't remember this scene specifically, if it was in there or not. Let me know in the comments if it was in the movie, because I'm not going to take the moment to rewatch the whole thing. But anyway, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll share more soon. Bye-bye.